Hello,
Welcome
Phil.
back.
Hello.
2021.
How are you?
New year.
Yes.
Anna,
Phil,
nice to see you here in Adelaide.
Yeah, I love Adelaide.
Are you well?
It's great to be here. Yeah, very well. Thank you.
That's-
Yourself?
Fantastic, thanks Anna. Well, Alex, you going to do the introductions or?
No, no, I'm not, Phil.
No?
You
Come
are.
on. Well, we'd just like to welcome everyone back. It's a new year, 2021. We're all positive and we're very fortunate today that we've got a current world singles billiard champion on the show with us today. So Anna, thanks for calling in today and hanging out with Alex and I for a few minutes.
It's a pleasure, yeah. Thanks for having me.
No worries. And Alex, I mean, I share the seat with a world champion every week, but you were in a team and it was like 20 years ago or maybe 30 years ago, but anyway, Anna, current world champion. So it's very, very impressive, Alex.
Absolutely. You know, to be a world champion, it must feel so good, satisfying.
It is really satisfying, but I had to really pinch myself for a while. It didn't sink in.
Yeah.
Really for about a year.
Yeah, a year.
It really did.
Walking on guide 9 for a year.
A year later, you've lost the tournament, like the next tournament, like.
Oh, but I haven't. Though.
No, you haven't.
I'll retain it for another year. So.
Yeah. And when you won that event, where was that?
That was in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. Yeah. And where's the next event? Like, where was it meant to be this year? Or
I'm not too sure.
Don't know.
I think everything was up in the air for so long that the final plans were never established.
So, wherever it is in the world, are you going to go and defend?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
That. And winning that, Anna, obviously some really cool accolades came along with it. So how many Australians have won a world title?
I think there's 6.
6 Australians. And in billiards, there's the greatest curse of all time, Walter Lynch. 3 times champion Robbie Fulbari. And yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's amazing. It's just an amazing feat just to have your name mentioned with them 2 phenomenal players.
Oh, to be in the same sentence, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very privileged.
And you were also nominated for the Victorian Sports Star of the Year.
Yeah, that was a really nice event. And my family came along for that, and my partner travelled from the other side of the world to come and be by my side and support us. So.
And Alex, I don't know if you know, but Anna's partner is a phenomenal billiard player himself.
Yeah.
Top 3 in the world.
Wow. So obviously a good practice partner then for you, huh? Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from watching Alec.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've watched his game for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing player.
Right. Well, it's great to get that exposure, like to be nominated for the Victorian Sports Star of the Year because they're mentioning the game of billiards. So that's great for our game, whether it be pool, billiards, snooker, doesn't matter. That's what we're after here. You know, we want to get that exposure out there, and that's great effort. So congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
People out there might want to know what sort of cue you use.
Yeah, I use a Q Craft.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what the make of it is.
What weight? You know, weight.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. It's at least 18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just so used to that now that I won't change it.
Yeah. So do you find? I think 18 is probably a good size, good weight for that for billiards or snooker. Do you find you might need it heavier or lighter for one game or the other?
I don't really
It's just
see
the ball.
a difference.
No,
Yeah, it's
no.
just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find if I were to change cues, then I would have a completely different feel. I'd have to get used to a different throw on the ball.
Yeah.
The tip would be different.
And you were saying earlier that you use the blue diamond.
Yeah, you blue diamonds. So
Now,
I like it.
you've been lucky to find a blue diamond anywhere in Adelaide.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I use the Elk Master.
Yeah.
Have you tried other tips?
I've used the Alec Master before. Just found it's more of a sound, didn't appeal to me.
Okay.
It was
Right.
a very-
Okay. Yeah.
The sound was so crisp and sharp.
And you like the thud, the deep thud of the diamond, because they're a little bit softer, I feel, the diamonds.
Yeah, and it's just embedded with chalk all the way through. So
Yeah, yeah.
I find never really miscue.
Oh.
One of those, so I'm not about to change now.
Well, I mean, miscuing is half of the chalk, but you've got to have a good cueing action. If you haven't got a good action, well, you might miscue. So obviously, winning a world title, your action's probably pretty solid.
It's probably half decent.
Yeah. See that, Phil?
Yeah.
You've got to work on your action.
I need to work on it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Anna. Thank you.
So,
And the other thing you spoke about, Alex, before we broke up was about practicing. You like practicing, Anna?
I love practicing, like,
So-
embarrassingly so.
Well, that's just words Alex was... That was one of the tips Alex gave to players before we broke up, was everything's shutting down and there's no leagues happening, but keep practicing. If you want to get better, you need to stay on the table. And he just came in and just the words out of his mouth. So if you want to achieve something, you've actually got to put some effort in.
You have to stay sharp and keep your time and keep your rhythm and your flow.
I know this is not you, we'll go back onto your boyfriend. How often would Rob practice?
Oh, every day. Yeah.
So he's one of the elite players in the world, yet every day he's practicing.
Solo practice, all the time, solo.
And how many hours are we talking?
Every night we'll go and practice at least around 2 each night, I would say.
So a minimum 2 hours every single day.
Minimum solo, but once he gets into it,
Go
we'll stay
on.
on.
Yeah, so just what you were talking about, Alex.
yeah. So, Anna, you're in town for another week, for this week?
I'm in town for this week, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be Wednesday and I'll be back on Wednesday, but yeah, I wouldn't mind staying actually. I like S.A.ep.
Well, you've got great facilities here to practice with the snooker tables here.
Really love this venue and
Yeah.
always look after me when I'm here, so
Yeah.
it's very much appreciated.
No, we like having you here, Anna. It's always a pleasure to have a champion here. It's all good.
All right.
What about yourself, Alex?
Well, over the Christmas break, we had some tournaments at Empire. We had the Boxing Day knockout on the Monday, which was won by Michael Hayes. Defeated Roland Green, and then I think Mikey was there on the Friday for the New Year's Day knockout, which was won by Roland. So Roland's made 2 finals.
Back final?
Yeah, Michael Hayes was recovering from his antics on the New Year's Eve party, so he didn't make this at the New Year's Day knockout. But overall, Roland making 2 finals in the week is a great effort.
Yeah.
So well done to Roland. He defeated Daniel Stewart on the Friday.
Yeah.
And I came a gallant third. So
You didn't make a final out
I did not make the final, no. But just goes to show, Phil, you can't win them all. Okay, so and then both them tournaments had about 30 players, so it was a good turnout. It was a really good fun day. Finished about 6:30, and everything was good. So our next public holiday knockout is in Australia Day, 26th of January, and you've also got a tournament on as well, haven't you, Phil?
Yeah, well, we're a little bit different to you, Alex. We closed down for 5 days over the Christmas period, and last week we got back into our leagues. So we started the Snooker League and the Billiards League and the 147 leagues all last week. So they get going again, and we have the John Gilbert tournament on Australia Day,
Yeah.
which is it's a handicapped event, and anyone's welcome to get involved in that.
So Chris Stereo's got his name down for that, has he?
Well, if he's not in your event, after his past performance, he'll be the
Well,
first one on the list.
And will his handicap drop down because obviously that great effort making the final?
Don't knock Carl Stereo, Alex.
I'm not knocking him.
Chris Stereo played exceptionally well that day, and he was fully justified making the final and should have won it. He played superb. So,
I have no doubt.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, his handicap will come down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bad luck, Chris.
Maybe mine will go up.
Yeah, maybe. You mentioned the leagues all up and going now, aren't they?
Yep, we're all in full swing. Yes, everything's back to normal here at Snooker SA. Alex, we're only a week into the year, and you know Jamie Giannis has made 2 centuries in here this week.
Wow.
So in the space of 10 frames, he made 2 centuries. So I've made 1 in 20 years. He made 2 in 10 frames. So anyway, that's a very good start to the year.
Well, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. He's no mug. He's won Australian titles. He's in here 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
What did you expect was going to happen?
No, I don't. Well, that's exactly what I expect, Alex.
That's right.
But I'm just saying it's a very good start to
Yeah.
the year for Snooker SA. That we've had 2 centuries made in the venue already.
Yeah.
Hopefully one will be mine. Coming up. No, it's only a joke now. But
So-
yeah, no, it's all good.
So we've got our Super League on tonight. We've got like 4 rounds to go. We've got Empire Eagles on top with the Empire Bar Studs close second. Bar Studs have got Roland Green and Michael Hayes, and a good solid side. They won it last year, won the Super League last year, so we're getting near the business end of the tournament. Empire Red Ducks with Mikey and Mikey Cassiola and Anthony, his brother. They've got a good solid side as well. They've got Daniel Stewart in there, so good side, good players playing. And my team, Empire Bridge, are running 4th, so it's top 4 for finals. So I'm happy with that. We can just hang on in there. That'll be good. City of Adelaide continue on tonight, Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And Vegas League, we've got 4 rounds to go with that as well.
Yep.
So obviously that's top 8. And my team's sitting 8th too, by the way, which is
Just grouping in both finals.
just hopefully I can make the finals in both, and you don't know anything can happen there.
Yep.
And the Vegas League finals is held over 1 weekend, which is February 6th and 7th.
Yep.
So one date to remember is the Geelong Open, which is February 13 and 14. I mention that now because it's 4 weeks away.
Yep.
So now's the time to, if you're going to go, you've got to organise your flights. There are direct flights to Avalon, so not worrying about travelling to the Greater Melbourne and what $80 cab fares from the airport. It's like a $20 cab fare from Avalon Airport to town. It's a great event for us because it's really easy to get there and back. So yeah, get in touch with Velo or go to the Facebook page and look up Geelong Open, and you can get the details there. Get your accommodation in early because it's always busy in Geelong. It's always hard to get accommodation. So, and I think it's a $25 entry fee for interstate players. So if you're going to spend that sort of money, the entry fee really isn't an issue. You're paying maybe $250 airfare, accommodation. If you're sharing with a couple of people, maybe $80, $100 for the weekend. So,
Weekend away if you're a pool player.
yeah, if you want to have a game and see where you're at and see some great pool, that's the time to go.
Yep.
Yeah. It's always fun.
It's always fun.
Always fun.
Alex, what about at Chalkers coming up? Don't you have a ladies tournament coming up?
Oh yes, I'm not sure the date. Is that this Saturday?
I reckon it
February
may be
10.
this weekend.
Yeah. So
Get onto Facebook.
again, Facebook. Go to the 8-Ball Association. No, ladies, Women's 8-Ball Association. I think it is under. Or give Chalkers a call. I'm sure they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And get your info that way. So I think Taylor Meyer won it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legend.
absolutely.
Another champion, eh? We're surrounded by them.
Oh yes. Other than that, really don't have a lot more.
Okay, well, with us on Wednesday nights, we'll be starting the B grade snooker.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. We only need like 10, 12 players. So if there's anyone out there who wants to play snooker, non-handicapped on a Wednesday night, that'll be happening shortly. And we've got the Johnny Gilbert on the Australia Day,
Yeah.
and you've got an 8-ball comp
Yeah.
also on Australia Day.
Yeah. Between now and then, keep practicing.
Keep practicing.
Yeah.
You reckon, Anna? Keep practicing?
Absolutely. You've got a thriving array of leagues happening.
Oh yes. Yeah. No, we love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, when we stopped for COVID, we were halfway through leagues, and players are just can't wait to get back out there and playing. So the quicker we got it open and started, players just got straight back in there and then started a new league, and so yeah, off and running. It's good.
And we were exactly the same here as well, and everyone just wanted to come out and play.
Yeah.
So it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And what about in Victoria? Do you have to deal with that stuff, or
Victoria, there hasn't been competition.
no competition?
Since the start of
Wow.
everything happening.
Yeah.
Things were called off.
So we're very fortunate here.
You're very fortunate. You may have to move here.
Well, you're welcome, Anna. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us today, Anna. It's
Thank
been
you
a
very
pleasure
much.
to have a superstar on the couch with us. And Alex, brilliant to see you again.
Thanks,
Set
Phil.
some New Year goals. That's not to lose to you. Anyway,
Good luck with that, Phil.
keep practicing.
Thank you, lovely.
Thank you, Anna. Cheers.